Going on YouTube another day, so let's get into it with part two. You don't need God or Satan to be spiritually awakened. Okay? So this other post that I found on Facebook to find real disturbing and just impractical to reality, impractical to life to go around assuming or thinking that you can spread this around and people are going to take it seriously or take you seriously. Chances of that are probably pretty good because nowadays people don't think so clearly, even though they claim to be pretty sound. So let me get to what this is. All right, it says, "I'm on my highest timeline. Fear is an illusion. Reality is a matrix. Love has already won the quantum. Quantum. May the illusion crumble." Tell me where that makes sense to you. Tell me where any of this gibberish makes sense to you. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to tell you what the frequency is, okay? Because people talk about frequency and being on the timeline and what have you, right? And so this is what quantum is, okay? There's two meanings or definitions of quantum. A discrete quantity of energy proportional in magnitude of frequency, the radiation it represents. Doesn't sound like anything in the human form, human body whatsoever. Now, our bodies do carry a frequency. No mistake about that. Everything does. Okay. Now let's see the second meaning for this is the unit quantity of acetylcholine. Okay, acetylcholine released by a single synaptic vesicle, contributing to a discrete small voltage to the measured implant potential. I wonder where that's located at in the body. Probably someplace off with the chakra and my aura and all that other stuff. Someplace where I'm not needing it, because if I needed all that stuff, I'd probably have it in my pocket or someplace carried around to make sure I don't lose that. Anyway, so let me get back to this quote that's going on right now. Highest timeline. I'm on my highest timeline. What could that mean? That they're doing the best they could be doing? Probably so. They probably are. Well, I know. I mean, I don't know the person personally who posted this, but maybe they're having a great time in a great life. They're not having any problems. But that happens a lot with people, and even believers in Christ that aren't doing what they should be doing because they've gone out, they've tried to do the work of the Lord, and they've gotten knocked back, and they've been mentally attacked or spiritually attacked, and they just cower out of it. There's no other way to put it. I'm not going to be gentle and say, oh, well, they backed out of it. They just cowered out of it. They got scared. They got whooped and decided it's better off to stay out of the picture and let the other people do it because I know that I'm making it to heaven because I'm saved. So as long as I'm saved, I'll just stay right here where Satan doesn't bother me and I'm not bothering him, because when you're a threat to the enemy, the kingdom of darkness, by going out and sharing with people and telling them what God has for them in salvation, and it spreads like wildfire, more and more people want to go out and do the same thing and join you in this campaign for Christ, you become a threat because that many more people are being taken out of the holes of death, taken out of the grip of the enemy. Okay? And so that's being lukewarm. Okay? Being lukewarm is not a good thing, but we'll save that for a different day. Okay? And so now we're going to go on to fear is an illusion. Okay? Fear is an illusion, so this person obviously is not afraid of anything, probably because they're delusional. But if you walk into a place where there's nothing but violent people, and it shows, are you not going to be a little worried? I would imagine so. People who go to jail for the smallest things are scared. The fear of going to jail for some people is overwhelming. So where is that making an illusion? Where is that combined with fear just being an illusion? Fear is real. Fear gives people heart attacks. Fear puts people in check. Okay, so we have to discount that right there off the top of that section. Now let's go to the Matrix. Okay, reality is a matrix. Now the way that people like to use Matrix is basically by saying, "Oh, yeah, let's put Keanu Reeves on a picture and put everything surrounding him to make sense to everybody else because everybody likes the Matrix." I like that movie, but I believe that life is not a matrix. Okay, life is real. It's vivid. We're breathing it. Some have a good life, some have a bad life. Depends on where you're at in your life, and depends on what you're doing. Okay, but here's what the meaning of matrix is as far as regards to our real life. A simulation of what we understand as real. Simulation. Simulation is something that's not really simulated. It's made up in the sense that it's something that we think in our head. Therefore, we want to try and put it as fact. And the fact is, you're fooling yourselves. Okay? This is not a matrix. We're not in a matrix. This isn't simulated. You're living this. When you die, you die. You don't go and reincarnate, come back as somebody else like a lot of people think. That would be a familiar spirit that comes out and tells people, "Oh yeah, I remember this and I remember that." You're being lied to from the spirit, the demonic force entity. It's been around since the flood. Okay, before the flood. So that discounts that. Okay, love has already won the quantum. The quantum. Okay, so now the quantum. That is just mind blowing because the quantum is another thing that is not an actual part of your being. Okay, it's not an actual part of what most people are thinking like quantum physics. Okay, frequency described numbers of waves that pass a fixed place in a given amount. Right. All this scientific talk, it just, you have to draw a line between science fiction, science fact, and the life that you're living. Okay, too many times people want to put all this big talk, these big words into trying to make things seem like there's a bigger process, bigger view of what's going on out there that we don't know because it's all hidden. It's all hidden in the matrix, in the quantum, in this high line in your life. Okay? And where is it getting you? It's getting you nowhere. People want to be deceived and think, "Oh yeah, well, I've been enlightened." This is how the enemy works, people. This is how the devil works. He gets you so caught up in all these things that you're thinking that your self-preservation lies within yourself, but it doesn't. You can't save yourself. Alright? It's impossible to save yourself. I said it before and I'll say it again. You can't swim and you fall into the deep end of a pool and there's no lifeguard. You're going to drown. You're going to die. Fear will get the better of you. I'll be back for the third part.